Welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take you through a 10-minute lower ab workout. We've got 2 rounds in this workout, doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off for 6 exercises. You can just follow along with me. All you need for this routine is an exercise mat. We're going to start off with this reverse crunch. I'll be giving you technique tips throughout. So get yourself on the mat and let's get ready to go. Keep your legs bent for this exercise the whole time. The more bent your legs are, the harder the exercise is. So if you're struggling, just try straightening out that knee angle, but make sure you keep it fixed consistently at the same angle throughout the whole rep. You don't need to bring your legs all the way to the floor. That'll actually lose tension on your abs and just start loading your hip flexors. So as soon as your tailbone touches, you can go back into the next rep. Got a 15-second break now, and next up we're going to do some flutter kicks. I like to have my head and shoulder blades slightly off the mat for this. Just don't drop your chin too much down to your chest. It helps me to engage my abs and stop my lower back from overarching. If you're finding your neck's getting achy, feel free to just do this putting your head on the floor. Try not to have your hands slipped underneath your hips, as that will make it a little bit easier. But if you are struggling, then you can put them under as a bit of a beginner assistance. Next, you need to come into a press up position, and we're going to do some nice controlled oblique climber steps. So you're going to step one knee towards the opposite elbow and alternate sides. Make sure your shoulders are stacked directly above your wrists, and when you return the leg, make sure you return it to a nice engaged press-up plank position so that your hips aren't too high. I often see people doing this from almost like a half downward dog position. We definitely don't want to do this. Return to a nice low plank without drooping your hips down though. Try and get the knee as close to the elbow as you can, but don't worry if you can't make contact. Now we're going to move on to a leg raise. This is a great one which will get the hip flexors engaged a bit as well, but you'll certainly be getting a good lower ab workout. On the way up, leg raise until your tailbone lifts off the mat, and then slowly lower with control, making sure that your lower back doesn't arch off the mat. So only go as low as you can support. It doesn't matter whether your legs are straight or bent. It will be more advanced if you have a straighter leg position, but if you want more bent legs to make it easier, that's fine. Just make sure whatever angle you have, you're staying fixed throughout the whole range of motion. There are 2 ways you can do this tuck crunch. You can either come all the way up, bringing your whole back off the floor, coming onto your tailbone, or you can keep your lower back on the floor and doing more of a tight crunch position. I'll show you both. And starting with that full tuck up, I'm just going to come right up off the floor, touch my ankles, squeeze my abs, and then lower back to that open position. When you're in that open position, you shouldn't be arching your lower back off the floor. Here is the crunch variation. It's a slightly smaller movement, but still great for the abs, where you're going to keep most of your back on the floor, but you'll still reach your shoulder blades off and reach towards those heels. Final exercise in these 6 is going to be a dead bug. This is one of my favorites. You'll see me include it in a lot of my workouts. You're going to start with both knees at 90 degrees, your arms vertical, and your head can stay on the floor. The goal of this exercise is, as you drop one arm overhead and the opposite leg down, you're trying not to overarch your lower back, but instead keep your core braced. You're going to alternate sides, taking your time, and don't worry about how many reps you do in this time. Great job, you're halfway through. There's 1 round complete. We're taking a 30-second rest to let the abs recover, and then we're just going to repeat those 6 exercises 1 more time through to finish the workout. we're going to start back with those reverse crunches. If you want to make it more advanced, have your legs bent and keep them bent for the whole movement. If you want to make it easier, start with a slightly straighter leg position and still keep that angle fixed throughout the whole movement. One technique tip for the flutter kicks that I haven't mentioned yet is that the movement should be coming from your hips, so not from your knee joint. That should stay fixed, whether they're straight or bent, your knee angle stays fixed and flutter from the hips. Keep going, you're almost there. This is the last exercise in the workout. I'm sure your abs are burning by now. Once the workout's over, let me know in the comment section which of the 6 exercises did you find the most challenging and where in the world are you doing these workouts from. It's been really fun to see people doing the workouts from different countries, different continents, all over the world. As always, if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, make sure you subscribe to the channel and check out my playlist for loads more follow along workouts.